Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can install and set up Node.js on your Windows 11 operating system. I'm also going to show you how you can use Node.js with your Visual Studio Code editor. So let's get started and let's see how we can do it. So first of all, open your favorite browser and search for Node.js, and the first link which will appear here will be from nodejs.org. So we are going to click on this link. And here you can see the home page of Node.js. Straight away you will be able to see the download Node.js button, which is the button for the LTS version. So I'm going to click on this download Node.js LTS button, which is going to start the download of this Node.js MSI file. So once this file is downloaded, as you can see, the latest version at the time of making this video is 20.16. So we are going to click on this MSI file, and then let me minimize the browser, and you can see the setup for Node.js has been started here. So here you just need to click on the next button, and then on the next window you will see the end user license agreement. If you agree with those license terms and conditions, just check on this checkbox and then click on next here. And this will be the default location where Node.js will be installed on your Windows operating system. If you want to change it, you can also change this folder location for Node.js. For now, I'm going to keep it as default and then click on next here. And now we have this custom setup window. I don't want to change anything here. You can see this feature requires 66 megabyte of your hard drive. So make sure you have this much amount of space available on your computer, and also you will see what will be installed. So you can see Node.js runtime will be installed, core pack manager will be installed, npm package manager will be installed, and all these other things, right? So at this point I'm going to click on next here, and then you have this window, tools for native modules. I generally check this checkbox, which will automatically install the necessary tools, and also it's going to install a tool called Chocolatey, which is like a package manager for the Windows operating system, and for that we will also see some kind of pop-up. So just check this checkbox and then click on next here, and then just click on install button, which is going to first of all give you this kind of window which says, do you want to allow this app to make changes on your device? I'm going to click on yes here, and then you will see that the installation of Node.js is going to start. So at this point we just need to wait for the next step, and after a few seconds I can see that Node.js is already installed on my Windows operating system. So I can click on this finish button, and it's going to give you this kind of pop-up window. So if you see this kind of window, you just need to press any key on your keyboard, and then once again press on any key on this keyboard, and once you do that, it's going to install those additional tools on your Windows operating system. So just wait for these tools to be installed. In between you will see these kind of user account control pop-ups. At this point you just need to click on the yes button, and it's going to just install all those additional tools. So as you can see, it's installing those additional tools. So we are going to let it finish. At this point I can minimize this PowerShell terminal, and don't close this terminal yet, just let this process to finish. But Node.js is already installed on your Windows operating system, so we can start using it. It's just installing those additional tools, which is for now we don't require. So now at this point, to check whether Node.js is working or not, I can open the command prompt. So just go to the search bar and then search for CMD, and then click on command prompt here. And then you can just write node here and then press enter. And if you see this kind of output which says welcome to Node.js and it shows the version, that means Node.js is properly installed on your Windows operating system. So when you give the node command, it will open this kind of a REPL, which will allow you to evaluate your JavaScript or node related commands. For example, for simplicity, I can just write 1 plus 1 and it's going to give you 2. Or you can just write console.log here and then log something. Let's say we want to just print hello world here, and then I can just press enter and it's going to print that string in your terminal. So as you can see, Node.js is working fine. Now let's open our Visual Studio Code and let's see how we can run a Node.js server using Visual Studio Code on our Windows operating system. So let me open Visual Studio Code first, and once Visual Studio Code is open, here we are going to just create a new folder. So here I can click on open folder, or I can just select files here and then click on open folder from here. And let me create a new folder on my desktop. So here I'm going to just click on the new folder and I'm going to name my folder as, let's say, apps, right? And then I'm going to just select this folder which I have created and then click on select folder, which is going to open this folder in Visual Studio Code. Right now it doesn't have any files yet. I can also click on I trust the author here. So as you can see right now it doesn't have any files, right? So what I generally do is to create my Node.js script, or to start with a Node.js project, what I do is I first of all open the terminal. So just click on these three dots here and then just select terminal and then click on new terminal, which is going to open this kind of terminal window. And from here you can select the terminal you want to use depending on what terminal is available on your Windows operating system. You have this drop down menu to select the terminals. Generally I use either PowerShell or command prompt. Let's use command prompt for now. And here, because now the command prompt understand the node command and the npm command. So npm is a package manager which comes with node, right? So if you want to install any third-party libraries which are supported by Node, it can be installed via the npm or Node Package Manager. Node Package Manager also allows you or helps you in creating different files and folders for your Node project. So let's say I want to create a new Node project. In this apps folder, I can give this npm init command, which is going to create necessary files for my Node.js project. So just give this command, which is npm init, and then press enter. And then it's going to ask you the package name. So the package name is already decided, which is apps, which is the default also here, right? So because we are running this npm init command inside the apps folder, the package name will also be apps, right? If you want to change this name, you can just give the new name here. But for now, I'm going to keep it default and then press enter here. The version will be 1.0.0. I'm going to just press enter once again. And then you can also give some description. For example, my first app, and then press enter. And then entry point will be index.js, which we are going to create. And then once again press enter, and then you can also provide some test commands and other things. For now I'm going to keep everything as default, and I'm going to just press enter at every step here, and then I'm going to write yes here and then press enter, which is going to create my package.json file where my app name is there and the version is there, my description is there, and you can see the main entry point is the index.js file, right? So let's just create this index.js file by just clicking on this new file option, and then I'm going to just write index.js here and then press enter, which is going to create this JavaScript file. And on the Node.js website itself, so when you go to the nodejs.org website, here you will see the docs section. So click on this docs section, and then you will see the usage and example section. So click on this, and then you will have the documentation on how you can use the Node.js. And when you scroll a little bit down, you will see that how you can create your first Node.js server. So here I'm going to copy this script for creating the Node.js server, and then I'm going to just paste this script on my index.js file. And basically what this code is doing is it's just importing the HTTP package which is available inside this node library itself, and then we are trying to create a new server using this http dot create server method. And once this server is created, we are going to listen on the port 3000 here, and the host name is the local host, right? So to run this script, once you have this index.js file and this code here, to run this script, you can just write node and then the name of your entry point file, which is index.js in our case, and then press enter, which is going to start this server. And now you can see this message here that server is running at this address, which is essentially being logged by this line of code, right? So now you can just press Control on your keyboard and then click on this link, which is going to open this link in your web browser, and you can see the hello world message, and it's opened on this host, which is 127.0.0.1 port 3000, right? So your server is running fine. You can also debug your code in your Visual Studio Code. So let me press Ctrl C here. It will stop my server. And to debug your code, you can go to the debug section. So you can see this run and debug section here. So in your index.js file, you can just add any breakpoint at any line. So you can just click on this red dot here, and it's going to put the breakpoint on that line. So let's say I want to add the breakpoint on line 3, 4, 6, and 12, right? And now to start the debugger, I can either go to run here and then I can select start debugging, or I can also click on run and debug. So let me just hover over run and then click on start debugging, and you can see all these debugging options. At this point, we are going to select the Node.js debugger, and once we select the Node.js debugger, you can see our code is now running in debug mode, and you will see a few options here, right? First option is for continue, other option is for step over, step into, and step out options. You can also restart your debugging and stop your debugging using these two buttons. So as you can see, when we started the debugging, the code execution stops at our first breakpoint, which is this one. And on the left hand side, you will see the values and variables section. So right now, all these local variables are there, and we are importing all those libraries. That's why those variables are set. And you can see port is undefined for now, server is undefined for now, because this line of code and this line of code is not yet executed. Also the host name is undefined for now because we are on this line, but this line of code is not executed. So let's step onto the next line. So just click on this step over icon here, which is going to step over to the next line, and this line of code is executed, and now host name is 127.0.0.1, right? Once we step over again, you can see the port is now 3000. Earlier it was undefined, but server is undefined for now, for example, right? So once again, we can step over, and now the value of server is also set, and you can also see all these values which are set for the server. And this way you can debug your code on your Visual Studio Code. And when you want to restart or stop your debugging, you can click on these buttons. So let me stop the debugging for now, and you can also see the list of breakpoints under the debug section. And here you can see I have set the breakpoint on 4 different lines in index.js, right? I can also check these checkboxes to just debug the caught exceptions and uncaught exceptions. I can also toggle the activated breakpoints using this button, which is going to disable those breakpoints. And if I want, I can even just remove those breakpoints from here. You can also, as I mentioned, run and debug from this debug window itself. So I'm going to click on run and debug here. And once again, it's going to start the debugging. So this is how you can install Node.js on your Windows 11 operating system and set it up with your Visual Studio Code editor. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video.